Hi, welcome to the Nerdy Dad. Today we're going to learn all about yeast.
First, we're going to do a quick scientific experiment to see how yeast lives. We have 3 cups of water. One is going to be plain water. The second is going to be sugar water. And the third is going to be water with sugar and flour. We will add a little bit of yeast to each cup and see how well this little yeast starter rises. Now that we're watching a time lapse of yeast rising, what is yeast? Yeast is the microorganism we use to help bread rise. It consumes sugars and produces carbon dioxide, as well as some other sour flavors. Now, depending on what environment we have our yeast in, it can either work faster or slower. Let's see how our yeast did in these 3 different environments. The first sample is going to be the yeast in water. No added food is there for it. Notice how all the yeast sunk to the bottom. The second sample has just sugar. We have a nice foamy head and a little bit of yeast sunk to the bottom. The third is yeast with sugar and whole wheat flour. The whole wheat flour, most of it sunk to the bottom, but we have a beautiful foamy head on top, showing the most activity. Let's assemble our bread. We have 4 cups of whole wheat flour, a tablespoon of yeast, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1 tablespoon of salt whisked directly into the flour. 1 ounce of olive oil, a whole yeast starter, which was 4 ounces of water, 1 teaspoon yeast, 1 teaspoon sugar, and 1 teaspoon whole wheat flour, plus an additional 9 ounces of water. The yeast we used was instant yeast. Knead on low speed for at least 6 minutes in your stand mixer. Don't worry, you will not go too long. Now set your dough aside for a first rise. The purpose of this is to let the dough relax and get an even rise once we shape them into our desired shapes.
Check out what we made. We have our ciabatta, we have our little bowl. You can see, just by how we shaped it, it rose differently. But most importantly, you see all those little bubbles? The yeast helped this bread rise, and now it's going to be yummy, fluffy, and delicious. Do you want a bite? Go ahead. Tell me how it is.
Yummy.
Really? Are you going to eat all that, or are you going to share with me? Thanks for joining us on The Nerdy Dad. See you next time. Thanks for watching this video with The Nerdy Dad. Subscribe to me on social media at Nerdy Dad Foods for more accessible family food science.